We are just barreling down the road to Wrestle Kingdom. We still have yet to touch the road to Tokyo Dome. We got to go through the World Tag League. We got to go through the Super Junior Tag League. But first, this is where it's do or die for some people. We are in for an incredible night of surprises and wrestling. This is New Japan Pro Wrestling's King of Pro Wrestling, where everything can change by the end of the night. Good Lord.
Exactly.
Hello, everybody. Now, I'm just a simple man, and my name is Noah Foster. Welcome to the Simplin Predictin wrestling video, where tonight we will be predicting New Japan Pro Wrestling's King of Pro Wrestling card, emanating from Ryogoku Hall Monday morning. But before all that, allow me to introduce you, of course, to my co-hosts. We are, of course, both part of TeamIndyDQ. We are the Simple Holiday, here to bring wrestling fun and predictions to you. It is, of course, my good friend here. He's the family man. He's the Holiday. He's a fan of Spider-Man. He is, of course, my good friend here, Mr. Christopher Mace. Chris, how are you? Are you ready for King of Pro Wrestling?
Yes, I'm definitely ready for King of Pro Wrestling. I have one match in particular, and I think you know which one it is I'm really torn about, but we're going to get into that here. But this looks like a very stacked card. This is going to be a very interesting show, and to see it, this is one of those, I think this is probably harder, this is one of those hardest shows to predict for me, just because of who's my favorite, who I don't like, but it's like, wow, this one was really hard to predict on.
Yeah, no kidding. And again, this also could impact some of the teams going into the Super Junior Tag League that immediately starts after this event. But with that, let's go ahead and get right into this card. We got 9 matches, and the later half is stacked. And I mean that, stacked. And shout out, of course, to NJPW 1972 for giving me a great preview, helping me basically get all my thoughts together, and I don't have to write so many notes. With that, let's go ahead and get right into it. So our first match is, and yes, I am looking at it, it is a 3-on-3 tag showcase, one fall, 30-minute time limit, Roppongi 3Ks, Sho and Yo, and the coach, one of the coaches of New Japan, Rizusuke Taguchi, versus Suzuki-gun, my faction. The returning El Desperado, glad he's back after an injury, and his partners, Dukai and the Kilo Master, Yoshinobu Kanemaru. So, let's see here. After a broken jaw took the man out of action, El Desperado, for such a long time, and he got substituted by Dukai, it's good to see he's finally back, Suzuki-gun back in full force. But Sho and Yo, they're coming off an IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championship opportunity. They lost. But they're out to prove a point because now they got the Super Junior Tag League ahead of them. But I feel like they really want to prove that they're a super heavyweight tag team. And then, of course, you have the coach, Rizusuke Taguchi, who for the first time ever, we got 2 coaches teaming up in the Super Junior Tag League together. Taguchi and Rocky Romero. It surprised me Rocky Romero isn't involved in this. Maybe he's involved later. Maybe he'll be at ringside. I don't know. But there's a lot of interesting dynamics when you think about that a lot of these men are going to be in the Super Junior Tag League. So with that being said, let's see who could really use the victory here and who has any momentum. Honestly, this is ground zero, so this could go either way. But keeping it simple, and I'm also somewhat biased, I am just going to go with Team Suzuki-gun for the win. And shout out to fellow Team IndyDQ members, the lovely Cindy G, and leader of AEW Nation, good brother Christopher Willis. They shared their predictions as well. They're both with me. They're both Suzuki-gun. James Hubert and Chris Cash, shout out to you both. I'm sure you'll give me your predictions later. Sorry, folks, I don't have them at the moment. Chris Mace, what about you? Are you the odd one out at this point? You going with Team Chaos or you going with Team Suzuki-gun?
Team Chaos.
Damn you!
You know, somebody's got to be the odd one out, so when I win with these oddball out picks one day, we're good to go.
Good point. So why'd you win with them, besides being odd one out?
Like I said, I think it's going to be an interesting, like I said, Sho and Yo coming off that match for the tag titles. Like I said, they didn't win, but like I said, I think they got the momentum even in defeat. I'm just ready to see how this all plays out, but I think it's going to be an interesting matchup, so that's why I picked them. I figured they're going to win. I just think they got more momentum right now. Even in defeat, they still got a lot of momentum.
All right, fair enough. And again, they're coming off the Fighting Spirit Unleashed tour, and shout out to Tiger Hattori, who's now officially retired. Thank you for your 40 years as a referee. That is absolutely insane.
Yes.
All right. So moving on from there, we got a 2-on-2 tag showcase. it is the spoiler master, and I can't believe the things this guy pulled off during the freaking G1. My God. Toru Yano and his partner, Togi Makabe, 2/3 of the current openweight six-man tag team champions, versus Kokeshi Makes You Happy. I wonder if he's going to have his bucket. Tomoki Homa and his partner, the ace of New Japan, celebrating 20 years now in wrestling. My gosh, that's incredible. Hiroshi Tanahashi. And I believe this is now the 4th match in his anniversary tour. And so far, he's had some great bouts. He didn't win the six-man openweight tag team titles in his last bout, but he had a great showing in Fighting Spirit Unleashed, and now he's going through this. And I got a good idea where his future is going, but I'll talk more about that a little later. So let's see here. We got 2/3 of the never openweight six-man tag team champions, and you got the Ace and Homa. Homa does not have a strong winning record, but the Ace, you can never count out the Ace. But again, Toru Yano, he's the spoiler master for a reason. And now this is an anniversary-based match. So this match follows, again, their never openweight six-man tag team championship. Oh, man. But I don't know. I'm just going to say this. I believe in the Ace here because, again, the champs, they retained their titles. This match follows never openweight bout. I could see Tanahashi and Homa walk in as new tag champions. Nah. But anyway, it didn't happen. So I am just going to go with the Ace winning for him. I'm going to go with Team Tanahashi. And Cindy went with Team Tanahashi, and so did good brother Chris. Chris, what about you?
We're unanimous. I went with Team Tanahashi. We're unanimous on this one.
Can't go against the Ace, right? I mean,
Nope.
20 years. How's the dude's legs holding up?
That's incredible. That's a testament there.
Nothing but respect. All right. Oh, well, this should be interesting. A lot of explosive elements here. Our next match is a 3-on-3 tag team showcase. One fall, 30-minute time limit. It's Los Ingobernables de Japón, the former IWGP Intercontinental Champion, now on the outside. I can't believe I'm saying that. Tranquilo. But he says he has a plan. Tetsuya Naito and his running mates, in the words of good brother Chris, Bushi, and Rampage Dragon coming off a loss to Hiroki Goto, Shingo Takagi, versus everybody dies. Suzuki-Gun, Lance Archer, the new British heavyweight champion, Zack Sabre Jr., get well soon, Taka, and all hail the Holy Emperor, and I wonder if Miho is going to be ringside with him. Taiji. I'm not going to say anything else except this. Taiji and Naito, they've been talking words against each other because Taiji knows how much Naito started the idea of, I'm going into Wrestle Kingdom and I'm coming out with 2 belts. Now he's not going to Wrestle Kingdom right now and he has 0 belts. And then you have Zack Sabre Jr., the only person in this match with gold, with the British heavyweight champion. I'm going to be surprised to see Shingo Takagi go after him for that. And then you have Lance Archer, who literally is just about one thing. Everybody dies with an impressive showing, reinventing himself during the G1. Now, I know I'm Suzuki-Gun Pro, but here I feel like it's going to be in favor of Naito solely. That's why I'm going with Los Ingobernables de Japón for the win here. Chris, what about you?
I'm going with Naito and then win because I want Naito. I'm hoping Naito gets the pin over Zack Sabre Jr. because I want to see Naito versus Zack Sabre Jr. for that British title. That's what I want to see.
Wanted to get some gold, but then again, Zack Sabre Jr. says he wants to go into Wrestle Kingdom and walk out with 3 belts and throw one because that belt is worthless. One of the best promos in friggin' New Japan, I tell you. All right, and it looks like we're all unanimous here too, because at this point, because Cindy G and good brother Christopher Willis, they also both went with LIJ. Let me see here, by the way, because I know that good brother Chris, he spoke out a little bit about some of these matches. Okay, no, we're still good. All right, moving on from there, we're going to match 4, the last of our tag team showcases. Okay, I know I said there's a lot of history in the last match. This one trumps that. We have Team Chaos with the Stone Pit Bull, swear it says made of concrete, Tomohiro Ishii, Headhunter Yoshihashi coming off an IWGP Openweight Championship match against Kenta in losing. And the current guy with the most momentum on this team, G stands for gold maybe, Hiroki Goto, versus Breathe with the Switchblade, it's Bullet Club's captain, Jay White and his running mates, Tokyo Pimp, I wonder if Pita will be with him, Yujiro Takahashi, apologies if I screw up any of these names, people, and the current never overweight champion, Kenta, highly regarded by God, reinvent himself. Hello world, I am here. Okay, so Yoshihashi and Kenta are no strangers to each other. They had an incredible over 20-minute bout at Fighting Spirit Unleashed in New York for the never openweight championship, only to lose. To, of course, the go to sleep. Kenta, the originator of that move. Then you got Yojiro, who's the biggest wild factor here. We don't know what's his plans coming up because he and Chase Owens, they're going to be involved in the tag league. There's no doubt about that. But at one point it was questioned about, okay, what's this chemistry between you and Chase Owens, Rogue General? But, hey, he's got PETA, so that's enough right there to always keep him happy. And Bullet Club happy, too. Good grief. And then, on the other side, you've got Tomohiro Ishii, who has so much bad blood as Kenta, who took that title from him, and obviously hates Bullet Club. You have Yoshihashi, who is mad that he didn't win the Never Openweight Championship, but he also was tossed the tag team titles, it seems, from GOD by Kenta. And then you have Hiroki Goto, who basically says, hey, guess what? I beat you during the G1, and I beat Shingo Takagi. You may have beaten Naito, but you haven't beaten me. I'm coming after your IWGP Intercontinental title and putting my name in the Wrestle Kingdom because G stands for Goto. The newly reinvented, reinvigorated, inspired Hiroki Goto. Had a bunch of mixed forces this year, but has really come off strong lately. So with that being said, this is going to be more of a story element match to me than anything else. And because of just the Tokyo Pimp being in this match alone, I sense him eating a GTR, and I'm going with Team Chaos for the win. Chris, what about you?
I'm actually going with Bullet Club. Why is it I go with Bullet Club and then nobody else goes with Bullet Club? Hold on.
I mean, I didn't talk about anybody else, but so why are you going with Bullet Club? You sense Jay White pinning somebody here?
Yeah, I want Jay White. I'm going to go why I want Jay White to get the win here for his team here later on because I have an interesting scenario with when it comes to Wrestle Kingdom. I want to see if they're going to pull the switch on this, but that's going to have to be, I have to predict a later match. But yeah, I want Jay White to win. I want him to pin go to is what I'm saying. That way he can go ahead and not have to deal with that feud because I want him in another big time feud because I want to see if the proclamation is going to happen. That's what I want to see.
Well, considering that Jay White's a man of his word and seems to back it up 99% of the time, shout out to you, Courtney. Go follow her podcast, Be With the Switch Babe. Hope she's doing okay from her surgery. I mean, anything could happen here. There's just a lot of bad blood here. I mean, we got to figure out who's going to challenge next for Kenta. We know what's next between Jay White and Hiroki Goto. And as far as Yojiro, he's just an extra guy right now. I know he's going to be involved in tag league, but what's next for this guy? And again, I want Tomohiro Ishii involved in Wrestle Kingdom regardless. And Yoshihashi, people have always had like mixed favors towards him, but I feel like even he deserves a chance at gold or even having something. Maybe these two could come together in the tag league, Tomohiro Ishii and Yoshihashi. Well, I guess only time will tell. But let's see what Cindy G and good brother Chris said. And it looks like these two are united as well. You know, I figured that most of us are going to be united in most of these matches. I didn't think these were going to be like change. Cindy G, she said, Bullet Club, you're not alone. And good brother Chris also said, I'm the odd one out. So I made
this time, which is rare.
Yeah, well, once the blue moon stuff happens, but you know me. All right. Don't remind me. Okay, now we get into the middle of this card. We get into the meat. This is where things pick up. These last 5 matches, my God. And what a way to kick it off. 60-minute time limit to 1 fall. Jushin Thunder Liger versus the King. Kasaninare Minoru Suzuki. Okay, so this stems all the way back to freaking Road to Destruction in Kobe, where Minoru Suzuki did the #1 thing you never do to a masked wrestler. He unmasked Jushin Thunder Liger. And last, but he keeps saying that Jushin Thunder Liger should thank me. Why you gotta hide behind this mask? Huh? You scared? Why can't you be yourself? And then to add fuel to the fire, he called him out by his real name, Yamada. These two are no strangers to each other. They have incredible history. And back then, at one point, these two didn't even have respect for one another. I can go down the timeline here, but I don't want to make this video too long. Let me just say this. Because Jushin Thunder Liger lost his mask to freaking Minoru Suzuki by force, he the darkness inside him. Cushion Liger, to the point he brought up a railroad spike, it seems, and drove it through a table where Minoru Suzuki's head was. And that went all the way through the table. If that would have went through Suzuki's head, my God. The bottom line, these two are going to kill each other. And Judo Thunder Liger claims that, come freaking King of Pro Wrestling, I'm coming for that bastard's neck. He disclaimed that, and he stands by it. But Minoru Suzuki, he's freaking legitimately insane. But I also know recently in news, Minoru Suzuki, he's kind of unhappy in New Japan Pro Wrestling with the way things been going, how he's been treated. It's only because of this program right now, Judo Thunder Liger, he feels a little better. But there's rumors he might go back to Pro Wrestling Noah, and I recently watched a match between him and Kenta there. Go watch it. It's on YouTube. But there's also even been the name thrown out there of AEW. And I'm going to talk more about that a little later because of another person and another scenario I would love to happen. But keeping it simple, because that's why I call it Simplin Predictin, this is hard for me. This truly is. Judo Thunder Liger, one of my all-time favorites, he's due on retirement. He's done after Tokyo Dome. Simple as that. Minoru Suzuki, he's 30-plus years in the game right now, celebrating his 30th year recently, coming off an incredible IWGP Heavyweight Championship match against Okada at Royal Quest. I still would watch that to this day. I love this man's wrestling style. Gosh, wrestling. So with that being said, though, and I'm thinking about, what can be next for both men, I am actually going to go with, begrudgingly, Cushion Liger. I think it's going to be Cushion Liger here, not Juice Thunder Liger. Regardless how you say it, I am going to go with Juice Thunder Liger somehow picks up the win in this. Jeez. Before I disclaim good brother Chris's and Cindy's predictions, Chris, your thoughts on this match and your pick.
This is the match I definitely want to see. This is the match that's the one thing you don't do. You don't take, like I said, they all have the old expression goes, you don't tug on Superman's cape, you don't piss in the wind, and you definitely do not, in New Japan wrestling, take another man's mask off his head. You have just awoken a demon out of Jushin Thunder Liger. This match is going to be incredible. This is going to be one of the probably match of the night, in my opinion. I'm predicting now. I'm going with Jushin Thunder Liger to win.
All right, fair enough. And again, we have not seen Cushion Liger, apologies if I'm screwing up that name, folks, since 2012. And Minoru Suzuki wanted to fight this entity. Are you fucking insane? Well, who am I kidding? It's Minoru Suzuki. Of course he is. Bottom line.
Yes, he is insane.
Bottom line, there's going to be blood, violence, wrestling, and an end to one of these men in this rivalry for good. Speaking of which, we're all unanimous here. We all somehow believe that whether it's Cushion or Jushin Thunder Liger will win. Cindy G and good brother Chris, they both said Jushin Thunder Liger. Okay, so moving on from there, we now go into another one fall 60-minute time limit match, but it's a championship match. The assassin, because again, this guy, there is no weight limit to him. He has no boundaries to what he can do. But boy, does he have a rivalry with this guy and something to prove. And I'm not Dr. Seuss. IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship match. Will Ospreay, the current champ, versus the guy he has not beaten yet since debuting in New Japan Pro Wrestling. One half of the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions and the winner of Super J Cup 2019. The reason he has this match, also the British Heavyweight Cruiserweight Champion. He says he's going to complete the trifecta. El Phantasmo. El Phantasmo came in. We saw the videos. I knew right away who it was from the freaking weird graphics and stuff like that. And yes, I am a member of the Headbanger Club. I love that. I need to get a pair of those shades if I can. El Phantasmo, he has been virtually unstoppable. He has had an incredible showing at Best Super Juniors. He lost out on that, but he did beat Will Ospreay in that. Fast forward ahead, and the very first night these two came face to face. Will Ospreay's like, "What are you doing here, man? What are you doing with Bullet Club?" He flips him up and like, "Hey, man, I'm here to make a statement, prove I'm the best." So far, he has given us classic after classic after classic. He fell out with Robbie Eagles, who were a tag team for a while, but he came in the shadows, and then we got real Robbie Eagles thanks to Will Ospreay. So we already know ELP's got some vengeance against Will Ospreay for that. But ELP and Taishimori, the Bone Sorter, they are right now the current IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. And these two have been an unstoppable duo. They even beat Birds of Prey, which is what Robbie Eagles and Will Ospreay are, in title and non-title bouts. Go all the way to Super J Cup now, where ELP, he, by hook or by crook, he won the whole thing, beating Robbie Eagles, beating Will Ospreay, and beating Dragon Lee in the finals.
Mm-hmm.
In an incredible match that was really bloody per se. And then he disrespects, of course, shooting in front of Liger with the trophy and like, just give me the gold vest. Because that's the symbolism of winning the Super J Cup. You get a super sweet gold jacket. This guy is virtually unstoppable, and he says here, I complete the trifecta. Does it happen here? Does Will Ospreay lose this title to ELP? Does ELP complete the trifecta? Can ELP be stopped? Because when you're in Bullet Club, you're never alone. However, Will Ospreay is now alone with the real Robbie Eagles at his side. And we both know how much Robbie Eagles and Will Ospreay hate ELP. This is going to be an incredible match between two men primed from their country of the UK. And yes, I know ELP is actually Canadian. I understand that. It's like friggin' Jinder is friggin' Canadian too. I still don't understand that. But with that being said, it's about who's going to be the most dominant IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. Who's going to take the Junior Heavyweight division into the stratosphere? I still believe in my heart deeply that somehow, some way, Will Ospreay will finally get the win here, retain the title, and take that title into Wrestle Kingdom, bringing this to a main event level status. Because that's his whole point to this. And Will Ospreay, he's already won Best of Super Juniors in what is claimed as one of the matches of the year against Shingo Takagi, and gave Shingo Takagi his first pinfall loss since coming to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Will Ospreay, when it matters, can pull the win here. This match is going to go the distance, and in my opinion, this is going to be match of the night. I am going with the assassin, Will Ospreay. Really? All right. Chris, what about you?
I love Will Ospreay. I think he is a phenomenal wrestler. I don't see him keeping his title. He's going to lose it. I picked ELP to win the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title because I feel like later on, Birds of Prey are going to get another opportunity to go after the tag championship, the junior tag team championships, and they're going to switch one. I predicted this again a while back that one title is going to switch for the other title. So I see right now Ospreay's going to lose the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title, but with him and Eagles, with the Birds of Prey, they're going to end up later down the road winning the junior tag team titles, and they're going to just switch titles.
Wow. That's pretty bold, but then again, you might be setting up a storyline for Wrestle Kingdom because Wrestle Kingdom is going to take place over 2 nights. For all we know, Will Ospreay LP, they might be involved in both that title defense and that title defense. You might be onto something there, but somehow I feel like Will Ospreay, he's got to beat LP eventually. Anyway, let's go.
That'd be a bigger win for him to do it at Wrestle Kingdom is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he takes loss here, and then if he gets the chance at Wrestle Kingdom, that's where he finally gets the win over him. That's my storytelling.
That. Yeah, I can see that because again, he beat Kota Ibushi in the opening match at this year's Wrestle Kingdom, and I still rewatch Wrestle Kingdom primarily for that match and some others. Wrestle Kingdom is like one of my favorite events of the year. I can't wait to predict that. Anyway, let's see what Sidney G and good brother Chris said. We're finally split. Sidney G agrees with me, Will Ospreay, while good brother Chris agrees with you, ELP. So this right here is going to be the first match to determine definitely who takes the bracket here. So with that being said, let's go into our next match. This one's going to be interesting. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. The singles record, by the way, between Will Ospreay and ELP, overall singles record, it's 3-1 in favor of El Phantasmo. But in NJPW, it's 2-0 in El Phantasmo's favor. Just saying. Something has to give. All right. So moving on from there, we go into our 7th match of the night. One fall, 60-minute time limit. IWGP United States Championship match between Death Rider, Jon Moxley versus the flamboyant Juice Robinson. So this really goes back to Best Super Juniors with those videos that I didn't know who the hell it was. I thought it was some UK wrestler. And then the Hourglass and the X, they split. I'm like, whoa. And these two are no strangers to each other, all the way from the NXT developmental system, back when it was truly developmental. In his debut, Jon Moxley beat the flamboyant Juice Robinson for the IWGP United States Championship match. Mm-hmm. Everything went in that match. But then later on, during the G1, where freaking Jon Moxley seemed unstoppable in the final night after already accumulating a couple of losses, thanks to Toriano, dadgum you, Juice Robinson got his redemption back and beat Jon Moxley in that match by sticking to his guns and not Jon Moxley's level. And then you get the exclusives now. By the way, John Moxley's been a huge influence on Shota Umino, who's right now out on excursion. Wherever he's doing, I hope he's doing great. Anyway, now we got this match. Only one condition. John Moxley says, you want this? You got to face me in a no DQ match. And Juice Robinson said, okay, fine. This way I prove that not only can I win on my level, I can win on your level too. This ends it. When people see this United States title, I want them to think of me. So now nothing stands in the way of this. Anything goes. Red Shoes Umino, you're just there to count the 3. That's it. Their overall singles record, it's 1-1. Simple as that. And of course, John Moxley, he has not defended this title since beating Juice Robinson. This is his first defense. We also know John Moxley is exclusively with AEW. But again, the beauty of AEW, there's that flexibility where you can take some independent dates. Juice Robinson, he is NJPW through and through. He stopped working with Ring of Honor because he didn't like the way they were treating NJPW or him. But Juice Robinson wants to be unanimous with this title. He wants to be known for this title. And then I think about Wrestle Kingdom, and I think about what could possibly happen. And it's for this reason that I'm actually going to go with John Moxley retaining, because I want to see at Wrestle Kingdom John Moxley versus Minoru Suzuki for the IWGP United States Championship. There, I said it. So for that reason, I am going with John Moxley by hook or by crook, because anything goes here, retains this title. Chris, what about you?
John Moxley's first match, he wins the U.S. title. Juice Robinson gets redemption, making sure John Moxley could not win the G1 by beating him in the last day. This is going to be an insane match, no disqualification. This is going to be a fight. This is going to be vicious and a brawl. I'm going to say it like this. This is why I was talking about with Jay White earlier. I'm going to say John Moxley retains the U.S. title, because I see at Wrestle Kingdom, Jay White, title for title, champion versus champion. Jay White versus John Moxley, title for title. And then Jay White going in to challenge the winner of Okada and Ibushi for the IWGP heavyweight title, and having him be 3 belts and having all 3 belts on the line. That's what I see.
Damn. And considering Jay White did beat John Moxley during the freaking G1, he can literally do that because I beat you before. I could do it again. You really set up something really dramatic that could happen. Bottom line, we believe at Wrestle Kingdom, someone's leaving with more than 1 belt. Period. Yep. We might see a uniting of some of these belts, literally. This is crazy. New Japan's going to go through major changes. And also, I read a report, the current president of New Japan Pro Wrestling at the Wrestle Kingdom for undisclosed reasons. So who knows what's going to happen with the company at this point as far as its outlook. Record Mel being like executive vice president, but I digress. I love that storyline idea. Bottom line, this match will be bloody, brutal, and unscripted violence, and I can't wait. Yep. Let's go ahead and see what the rest of the team said here. So Cindy G, she went with the flamboyant Juice Robinson. However, good brother Chris, I like my orange juice freshly squeezed. You think this is Orange Cassidy? But my money is on John Moxley. So, Cindy G, you're the all one out here. Good luck, sister. All right. Okay. Well, I know what you said earlier, but now this is where you're going to start this. I'm just going to say this, and you're going to go whip it down and say my thoughts. Tokyo Dome, IWGP Heavyweight Championship, right to challenge contract. The current holder with a brand new briefcase, the Golden Star Kota Ibushi versus what seems to be now your favorite wrestler in New Japan Pro Wrestling, Los Ingobernables de Japón's Evil. So before I say anything else, Chris, talk to me your thoughts about this match, your guy, and who you see winning.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna lose a point on that. I may lose a point on this, but I'm not going against Evil. I have been wanting to see this match. I want to see Evil get a chance to be able to see if he can go up against Ibushi and win that right to challenge. This is his opportunity. I loved Ibushi winning the G1. I thought it was very well done. I loved it. Ibushi, he's a great wrestler, but he is not Evil. I may lose a point, and I don't care. Evil is my favorite wrestler in New Japan, whether you like it or not. Well, it's my thoughts. I'm going to go with Evil to win the right to challenge and go on and face Okada at Wrestle Kingdom.
At the time,
I'm going very bold, and if it happens, y'all heard it here first. Just telling everybody now.
Alrighty. Current record is 1-0 to Evil. The whole reason Evil has this match is because back to the G1, Evil beat the Golden Star,
Yep.
Kota Ibushi, with everything is evil. And then
Yep.
you fast forward, Kota Ibushi already had one defense of this contract against Kenta, and thankfully, Kota won, even with all the Bullet Club shenanigans and the pre-match attack by Kenta. Then you go to Fine Spirit Unleashed. We had a special tag showcase between Kota and Okada versus Evil and Sonata. Evil pinned Kota. And then we go into New Japan Road. Same result again. Evil with all the momentum in the world. Evil out to prove a point. He is still Los Ignobles de Japón, but he wants to prove that Evil is New Japan Pro Wrestling. Tokyo Dome is evil. Everything is evil. And he even said, Sonata, let's do it. Me and you at Tokyo Dome. This is a story of two matches. Are we going to see Evil versus Sonata at Tokyo Dome? Or Kota versus Okada at Tokyo Dome? Or some sort of wild combination in between? The bottom line is this. Evil is out to prove a point. He had a nice, strong showing in the G1. He's aware of his history. He has not had great history. But right now, can Evil bring darkness to the Tokyo Dome and challenge for the title regardless of the outcome of our last match? You look at the booking. You look at the star power. You look at the match everyone wants to see. Either of these two matches is a main event, so this could go either way. But with that being said, Kota said he signed with NJPW for life. And right now the setup is Kota versus Okada, probably the two most loved, talked about people in New Japan Pro Wrestling. These two main event in Tokyo Dome is just too good it seems to pass up. And that's why as of right now, as far as this match goes, because I still think Kota's going to have at least one more contract match to do, I'm going to say, and this is going to probably go near time limit too, I think, I'm going to say that Kota retains, and Cindy and Chris agree with me, but I do like what Chris says here. Chris says, and I quote, "Dear Holiday, your favorite wrestler, Evil, is not winning. Mine is Kota Ibushi. So you are the odd one out."
I love that. That was fun. That was good.
All right, so it's odd one out, Chris. Good luck to your guy. So it's 1 Evil, 3 Kotas, but again, Evil has Kota's number twice. 3 times now if you count the tag matches. We'll see what happens soon enough. Which brings us to our final match of the night. And again, this right here is going to be loud. It's going to be back and forth. We know that we're going to get face-off. We're going to get dueling chants. And Red Shoes going to be like, who you want? Who you want? I love Red Shoes Umino. 1 fall, 60-minute time limit, IWGP Heavyweight Championship match. Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada versus Cold Skull Sonata. The current overall singles record is 6-1 in Okada's favor. And as far as IWGP Heavyweight Championship matches goes between these two, Okada's beaten him twice. This goes all the way back to New Japan Tontaku, where in the main event, Sonata and Kota, they established themselves as rivals and put on a hell of a main event, and Okada retained. Somehow, some way. But the crowd was red hot behind Sonata. Fast forward to the G1, and it looked like Okada was virtually unstoppable. His first defeat was handed to him by Sonata. And again, Sonata's like, how do you all feel about New Japan Pro Wrestling being led by Sonata? Sonata being a man of the people, it seems. And right now, Los Ganabas de Japón, they have more momentum going into this night overall than Chaos. So it comes down to this. Is Sonata finally going to ascend and beat Okada for this title? Or are we going to get Okada once again at the top, main eventing the Tokyo Dome against the winner of the G1 contract match? And right now, at Fine Spirit Unleashed and New Japan Road, Sonata has not pinned Okada. So really, neither man's going in here with any momentum. You only can look at history. And based on history this year alone in singles, it's 1-1. So with that being said, oh my gosh, this is hard. Everyone's calling him like the John Cena of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and I just don't see him going anywhere anytime soon. I'm just about to now finally cut off that beard. That thing was super long and weird. And again, it's 6-1 Okada. You can't go against those odds. It's for that reason that I am going to go with, currently right now, the Tokyo Dome main event standing the way it is. I'm going with Koda versus Kazuchika Okada. I say Okada retains. Chris, what about you?
I'm going to be very bold in how I say this. 60-minute, I'm saying it's going to a draw. Okada's going to retain by going to 60-minute time limit draw.
Whoa. You think it's going to go to a draw, huh?
I think it's going to go to a draw. Sonata has had one victory over Okada, but that victory he had was in the G1. I think Sonata's got more momentum, but I don't see Okada losing the title. These two have had great matches, like you just spoke about earlier. Okada is 6-1 against Sonata.
Yep.
I think it's time. I know, just my opinion. Okada's the biggest name. Yes, he is considered the John Cena of wrestling, of New Japan. I disagree. I think he's just that damn good of a wrestler. However, I don't think Sonata's going to take another loss either. So for that reason alone and how they've set this up, I could see a 60-minute time limit draw, which means Okada would retain the title. And then at Wrestle Kingdom, maybe somehow setting up some kind of a triple threat form kind of a match. Something different. Because Sonata can still claim, you did not beat me. We tied. You still not done with me. Or they could set up that rematch at December show we were discussing earlier before they get to Wrestle Kingdom.
More to come on that, sure, later on. But, I mean, Okada's coming off the freaking title defense successfully against Minoru Suzuki, who's legitimately insane. And Sonata wants to make Ryogoku his new favorite city. Sonata wants to bring something new to New Japan Pro Wrestling. He wants to lead it into the future. And obviously, Sonata and Evil, they are not against the idea of facing each other one-on-one, being former tag team champions and incredible tag team partners. The bottom line is this. This match is going to be insane. There's not going to be a crowd favorite, but there has to be a winner. And that's why I went with Okada. Let's go ahead and see what everyone else said here. Cindy G said Okada, and of course, Cabrera Chris, a man that's never a few words. I really want Sonata to win, but it's not going to happen. So, yeah, the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada. The bottom line is this. We believe the main event right now is going to stay as it is. But are these two going to get one more opposition in their way on the way to the Tokyo Dome? Something has to give, but I think right now it's not going to give this night. What is going to give for sure is this show overall. As the king of sports streaming, New Japan Pro Wrestling gives us one of the best events we're going to see this year so far. With that being said, we are officially done here with our New Japan Pro Wrestling, King of Pro Wrestling predictions, and I cannot wait to watch this show Monday morning, 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time before I head into work. It is going to be an incredible showcase of wrestling and really give us ideas of what's to come for Tokyo Dome. And by the end of the night, we know for sure some people who's going to be in it and some people who might be out of it. With that, we're done here. So, Chris, an extreme pleasure as always. Good luck to you in our TeamIndyDQ Predictions League on this night. Anything you want to plug, and where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook at Christopher Mace. You can find me on Twitter at Christopher Mace. You can follow me on my YouTube channel, The Holiday Christopher Mace, where I just pretty much have my holiday opinion shows, where I just talk briefly about something that's going on in wrestling today, sometimes from the past, just whatever's on my mind the day I want to discuss. So that's why they're short and sweet to the point and gets people talking about different stuff on wrestling. So that's always fun. And then wait for my new holiday break episode to come out where me and the Simple Man talk about masked wrestlers. So I think that was very fun. That was probably one of my favorite shows to have done so far on the holiday break so far. Very entertaining. Also, like I said, if you want to support everybody from the NX team, please feel free to go on my list on my YouTube channel for wrestling content. You can see all their newest episodes as well. And if you like their content, you can like, share, subscribe to their channels as well. And like I said, it's always fun talking about wrestling, but also I forgot to shout out last time, so that's my bad. But good brother Chris, I left you a little message there. That was entertaining, but I said you're going to be shocked if Evil wins. I'm just telling you now. But also support good brother Chris with the AEW Nation as well. Like I said, they're at over 1,500 people right now, so that's amazing. And then you can also support other Facebook pages like 205 Live Matters. And also you can support Armbar, capital ARMBAR, exclamation point. Like I said, just be active on that one, because if you ain't active, not talking to people, General's going to throw you out. That's all I got to say. So that's all I got to plug for the day.
Greatly appreciate it. I mean, I try and be active, but with college and midterms, I drop a little bit of surprise when I can. Always a fun group to interface, and always a pleasure talking wrestling with you. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know more about me, know this. I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of Suzuki-gun and of wrestling. Kasaminare! So if you want to follow me and talk anything wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling, all elite wrestling, independent wrestling, sport independent wrestling, folks. Stardom World, and of course, some WWE stuff, NXT, 205 Live. Look me up on Twitter, NoDQ.com/Noah. It takes to my Twitter page, or follow my Simplin YouTube channel here at YouTube.com/user/Noah Foster210. You'll find all sorts of recaps, predictions, simple takes, summaries, bracketologies, and more things wrestling in nice, simple, neat playlists for you, as well as collaborations I've done with NoDQ and other friends here, including the Holiday right here as well. And with that being said, support NoDQ. The reason I'm in YouTube, forever indebted to Team NoDQ and NoDQ Galaxy and family. Buy merch. Buy my shirt. NoDQ.com/merch. Follow on all social media platforms. Make a friend, make an enemy, a troll virtue. Your opinions matter. So just have fun. It's all about wrestling. Polls, cons, mean gifts, reviews, sex, female picks. Your name is there, primarily WWE, but some independent wrestling and AEW. And as always, follow my series here at the heart of my channel, #205 Matters. I talk about cruiserweight wrestling every week. The then, the now, forever, the 205 brand, and review it. Join #205 Matters Facebook group, and stay tuned for other content on this channel where I talk about wrestling in a week in less than 30 minutes. I'll be doing predictions on Impact Wrestling's Bound for Glory, maybe challenge Andre Corbett predictions on that. Go follow his stuff too, Wrestler Wrestling, great stuff he, Virtue, and Robbie Vice do. Stay tuned. I'll also be doing more with my weekly Wednesday War Roundup with my friend Eric. Follow him at Neo Entertainment Reality. It's great stuff. And as always, I'd like to close. Support your wrestling outlets, big and small. Let's keep growing this incredible, diverse, unique, elite wrestling community together. Simple as that. I'm approaching my 1-year anniversary of my YouTube channel as well. Thank you for all who have subscribed. Thank you for all who supported me. Thank you all who have taken a view and given me over 4,000 views. I'll do a live stream come anniversary weekend. Maybe I'll do some wrestling. Maybe it'll be predictions. Maybe it'll be a Q&A. I haven't decided. But until the next video, what are your thoughts on New Japan Pro Wrestling, King of Pro Wrestling? What's your match of the night? What are your predictions? Let me know in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend, hit that bell to know when the next video goes live on this channel. Give me a like. I appreciate, the support. It seems like my New Japan Pro Wrestling videos get more viewership than anything else on this channel. So I don't know what that really says, but I digress. Appreciate it regardless. And like I said before, thank you for all that tuned in. Enjoy life. Enjoy wrestling. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. Be a friend. Go make a friend. Go make yourself a wrestling fan of something new. And until the next video, whether here or on YouTube or somewhere else in cyberspace, take care, and I hope you all enjoy this event if you haven't seen New Japan Pro Wrestling before, and have a wonderful day.
Have a good day, y'all. And remember, evil will win.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be the biggest upset this year in New Japan Pro Wrestling if that happens for you. So I'm rooting for you, but I still think Rainmaker and Golden Star, it's going to happen at least at the end of this night. Not saying it's the last thing, but you never know. And again, James, Hubert, he's different. And of course, Chris Cass, shout out to you. Give me your predictions, guys. You're running out of time. And good luck to everybody in Team IndyDQ. Bye, everybody.
Have a good night.